Today I want to tell you about a site called Wordsift that I'll be using with my students. We're going to be reading a story about Niagara Falls, so what I'm doing is just a simple search in Badgerlink for an article on Niagara Falls. And now what I want to do is I just want to copy and paste the text of this article. So I'm going to copy it, close that out. I'm going to go to Wordsift and I'm going to paste it into the box and hit the word sift. What you'll see come up is a word cloud, like a Wordle. And in that word cloud, the words that are really large are the words that were used most often in that article, and the ones that are smaller were used less often. So now there's a lot of things you can do with those words that you got. You can sort them common to rare, rare to common, alphabetically, or Z to A. You can also mark words just in a certain content area. So if I wanted to just talk about science words and the science of Niagara Falls, you can see here that the words in orange are related more to science. And I can just unmark that if I want to change it and put it back. What I'm going to be doing with my students is creating a workspace. The workspace is right here. It's just a blank area. And what we're going to do is talk about these vocabulary words and think about what words would be important to understand and know if we're going to learn about Niagara Falls. So the kids might suggest Niagara is an important word. When you click the word Niagara, down below, an image search comes up automatically for the word you clicked. I can then make these images draggable, and I can click and drag and put the images up on my workspace, just like this. So now we can say, what's another word? And they might suggest fall because it's a large word, or maybe American. But I'm going to also direct them to some of the other smaller words, like, for example, hydroelectric. I doubt that many of my students know what that is or understand it. So again, I can find images for hydroelectric, make the images draggable. We can look at some of these images, and some of them even look like graphics. We can click and drag and discuss that a little bit. I would also recommend that they talk about a waterfall, what that means. And again, here's my image search. I can make them draggable, and we can pick a waterfall and bring it up, and so on. So you get the idea. We can fill up our workspace with images that go with the vocabulary. And then if I want to, I can just simply get my screen capture tool. So there we go. So I can just click and drag and save my workspace for later, and we can talk about the vocabulary and the words and what we learned. Later, when my kids, after we've read the story, when my kids are doing a project in which they have to showcase a place, kind of a natural wonder of the world, and write an article about it, they could use Wordsift to do the same type of activity and think about the important words that they should definitely include in their article. So I highly recommend giving Wordsift a try. It's just a great way to introduce vocabulary, and it has some really neat features, and I love the imagery, which is really great to use with students. So give it a try and have fun.